Oh my god. I don't know, my brain needs a break sometimes, but I can't take it. Like I literally have that thing in all the time. I don't know, whatever, dude. When I need a break, I actually shut down. It's cool. It's all good. But I think we're on the verge of something big happening pretty soon. In this world, just in general, I don't know what they got up their sleeve, but it's something exciting and interesting, different. I can see where these people that get really deep in the conspiracy theory stuff, like how they get all paranoid and crazy, because they see the realistic, they're just bringing to view the cons, dude, the possibilities of the negative outcome possibilities of what people are capable of, what the technology we have is capable of nowadays. So they really do perform a good service to society. I think where they're at right now is pretty good too. You can get tied up in it, you can get emotional, because it's like, dude, get it over with. Like, I can see where somebody like John X Army is freaking out, but the market is crashing. I have a personal friend of mine that's, he's a kind of a little bit eccentric millionaire, and you never know he was a multi-millionaire, but the guy, he's lost a few $100,000 in the past couple months, and I'm like, well, I could have told you that was going to happen, because I feel it too, what's going on. So there is some truth out there in that community, in the truth community. Obviously, that's why I do my videos, and I'm into this stuff, but I feel like I want to try to bring balance to my life too. Can't put 100% trust on something. That's why we have a checks and balances system. But when you have the Democrats flat out throwing a friggin' fit, and it's not, they're the ones causing the government shutdown, because obviously there's a need for border security, and well, apparently if nobody wants to come up with any better ideas, there's no better ideas, dude. It's emergency, dude. You need to shut down. I believe they do need to shut down this damn country. You can't have a free, open, it's free reign nightmare. You have to properly do things, dude. This isn't a free-for-all Wild West country, dude. It isn't, it isn't, dude. It never was supposed to be like that. It's not hey, let's fight to the death and have purge, and whoever gets here first gets to stay and be prosperous, dude. No, people had to migrate here properly, with proper paperwork and all that shit, dude. The reason people can't get fucking paperwork, people, is because the system works, dude. If it's enforced correctly, the system probably does work, dude. People can't get papers to get into this country legally. They can't get papers to get into this country legally, and they're coming in here, or they're coming in here on a work visa and staying and shit like that. Because the system is trying to work, but nobody's enforcing it. There's some other shit going on, and that's when you see the Democrats fucking refusing to do shit, going home, the government shut down, all that bullshit. There's a freaking hidden bullshit agenda, and it's a joke. People don't see it. It is. It's fucking retarded. It's retarded. And when I don't believe a bunch of this crap I hear. A lot of it I don't believe, but you have to do your research, and you have to know how other people are going to think, and you have to explore that to understand the full truth and see the truth, dude. You can't just operate on one side and just be willfully ignorant and oblivious to how the other side of the world works. Sadly, that's the truth, and it builds. And you know what? But I believe if you can do it properly, be careful and you don't get wrapped up in anything. You just study things from an outside perspective and an open mind, just to understand how things can be. Just to know what the level of possibility is in life itself in general, and not be easily controlled or easily swayed or any of that mind control stuff. Like, I heard a really good quote the other day that I wanted to quote. It's what was it? If you're not using your mind, someone else will. Some like Nancy Drew quote from back in the day. Yeah, man, like use your brain, go around D to D, and just go to work every day and not worrying about trying to like constantly better yourself, make improvements, learn from the past and mistakes, and try to advance yourself further in life for the betterment of your loved ones. Like that's the only thing on my mind, man, is bettering myself every day, living my life to the fullest potential, and getting all the wisdom and knowledge and spiritual growth I can get, because I have faced down death more than a few times. I had to square up and fight for the death when I was brought into this world. I would probably staring the angel of death down, and he was like, "Nah, you gotta stay a little bit." Like, the doctor said there was no hope. My mom should just plan to be burying this baby, and I made it. And had a few other close calls, man. Hit by a car when I was young, real bad. I woke up creepy, a whole circle of people around me, waking up, seeing everybody, whole neighborhood, circle. And then when I read into this Mandela effect stuff, dimensional things, CERN, I love that stuff, man, because there is a lot, and it's not some wild out there shit, guys. It's this is legit science stuff. Just legit scientific, results out there that you can see. There's all kinds of, we have nothing in society. There's things that exist now in this day and age, 2019, guys. There are things out there that exist that are going to completely revolutionize and change society. The world is going to be unrecognizable in about 5 to 10 years when they launch all this 5G stuff. And it's going to be intense, man. All the progress that we've made since the 90s till now is going to amplify about 1,000-fold. So by the end of it, that's my prediction. With the exponential, and they say it's diving down. Oh, wait until this hits. This is the skyrocket. I believe singularity's close after they launch this 5G thing. So I don't know, man. It's crazy times. I really do believe that there's going to be some type of immortality or close to it right around the corner, and I don't know what that's going to do to the world. Energy sources are going to change, the way we travel, the way we live. Hopefully they hopefully there's no atrocities or anything committed along the way, because those changes always seem to be brought about by gives us everything we need to live and never have to worry about anything. In the physical world, you have barely enough. We're all fighting for scraps, and they're holding it all back. That's how the powerful and rich stay powerful and rich. That's all. Nobody else prospers. They keep all the real important shit bottled up. So, and that's another thing that I laugh about is like people, you know, they laugh at you and they shrug off. They make people look stupid, goofy, and eccentric. And yeah, we are. A lot of us are pretty eccentric and out there, because there are eccentric genius people out there that are just eccentric and crazy and out there, but they really are unbelievably smart. It's because they're so smart. They almost get socially awkward and stuff because they can't relate to other people. It's hard to relate to other people when they're not thinking of the world like you. They're not worried about all that stuff. They're totally asleep. That's why we have that awake saying, and a lot of people like to dig on it. Oh, these awake people, and they like to trash people that use that. And I don't like to follow any characteristic or like label either, dude. It's like, dude, you're just like a human being. There's a lot of grown adults out there. There's a lot of grown people out there that they raise families, they're professionals, they work jobs, and they know about all this stuff, but it's like, what do there's no fight for them. They just want to raise their family and protect. They know the truth. They do know the truth. Like my brother-in-law probably, and stuff. They just know that there's no... You are powerless to physically fight against that at all in any way. It's just the fight is within you to have spiritual healthiness and growth and freedom, and because this is really the material world. It means a lot while you're here, but it's meaningless in the whole scheme of things. That's the thing. People don't realize physical life is very meaningful because we're using it to learn and develop ourselves, but in the scheme of things, it's absolutely completely meaningless and a drop in the bucket. It's amazing. And that's more of like the inversion stuff working. That's how existence in general, and the inversion, everything like inverts, and the fractalization of the world. It gets crazy, man, with mathematics. It's truly fascinating. It's mind-boggling, fascinating. I eat it up like snack cakes, son. So just another little wisdom bite from the Conscious Truth Secret channel. I'm out. I might throw another one out later. I'm just doing my thing. I'm not working long shifts in the kitchen, so I'm able to maybe do a few cool little vlog type videos. So let's see. I'm here to pick up the wife and go. We're gonna go have a visit with her oldest son. He's the only one. He's still in the program and finishing up, staying a little longer because he has some real issues with autism and behavioral issues, because he's a little older and he probably is really hurt by losing his father, and that's why I really want to try to be there for these kids, man. I grew up without a father, and I was very resentful. Very resentful. A boy needs a strong man to lay down the law, as in like showing them respect and honesty, and like, not because kids will naturally push their mother to the limit and try to keep getting away with everything they possibly can. It's just only natural to see how far you can push. So they don't, and a mother's, at least my girl, she's just so nurturing and loving. She can't help but try to keep nurturing them while it's hard for her to show them the stern cutoff point of a no or something. She tends to say no and then keep talking after, so they don't get that just no, stop. They get the no, and it's because I told you a couple times. So it's not a stern no, you know, so they don't learn. It's like, I know a lot about behavioral stuff. I know how to, I know a thing or two about mind control and manipulation, things like that, you know. I've been fascinated with science my whole life, so I'm really, you know, I loved training dogs and things when I was younger because it's real science, you know. And we can train ourselves like that. So that's a big thing I want to bring to you guys out there is like, nobody's hopeless. That's why we're so in control of our lives, guys. We can literally change. We have control. We have this supernatural, spiritual connection with life in the world and everything around us and everyone, and we're all one in that and connected in a spiritual way. And then we have this, like, we just make our world form around us with our emotions and our expectations and our will, and it's incredible. And all the science, be careful and don't fall into science as a religion. Fall into the sciences from this true science point of view, in mathematics and sacred geometry and geometry and all that stuff. Not the Euclidean geometry, the new stuff, yo. You know, like from what's his name? The fractals from Mandelbrot, man. That new shit, son. Don't mess with that Euclidean baby triangle block shit. You playing with blocks, son. You need to look at that funk, son. That you gotta get that funk. That's that real deal. That Mandelbrot, son. That Mandelbrot set. Check them Mandelbrot sets, son. That fractalization, son. That's life. Fractals. Check it out. Do some research. Learn something. Use your brain. Wake up. Don't be a bum. You know, you can have stuff. You can have a family. You can have kids. You can have a nice car. You can be like of service to the community and love people. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I've been doing my whole life. I just had some demons to deal with, man. They were demons. They're literally demonic. Like, it grabs a hold of you and tears you apart. I got a child. Our youngest right now is going through this, like, he's learning to get people's attention by being antagonistic and annoying and just disrespectful, and he's making bad decisions left and right. And I'm like, dude, you respect people, like, you know, like, yo, you gotta start thinking. You're starting to do, like, irrational things. Don't even make no sense, dude. Like, you gotta think, dude. You can't disrespect people. All right, love you guys. Bye.